On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the NFC back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice.
And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. James Conner with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Gurley on first down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1.
Ready? You ready? Mike 55! Mike 55! Oh, you guys ready? Tackle!
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, nice move. And now running right through him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Third quarter starts with a run from Conner. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. On second down, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And now look at him go. The 20. Still churning. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Whoosh. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Oh, look at the juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting... them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call. No gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Breeze to Ertz for the NFC first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Right back. Set the tone, defense. 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 Set the tone, def
On play action. Now Breeze. Jones hit and the ball's out. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Yellow.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Again, it's Connor. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Breeze. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and that'll make it third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mahomes going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Conner. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now here's Mahomes. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you comping your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Breeze. He completes it to Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Brushing off defenders, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. Pass is completed. Been an easy day.
And he will score. Touchdown AFC. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in moth. balls.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Breeze now on first down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. They find some open field here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they will finally put it into the return, but not at... Until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. He finds Hopkins complete. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. From 3 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdowns. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Breeze to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Breeze now to throw. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got... And look at this, it's a fake. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pet?
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Ready. You're waiting. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here now, Roberts. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out is the AFC offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out.
It's caught inside the 25. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
SOS. Back.
Mahomes to throw once more. He'll get that one complete to Connor. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a third down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And now running right through it. And he will score. It's a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Connor going to try and run it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate. Now Brady's lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Let's go, D.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Jones has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ready.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Breeze now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Ready.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, it's Breeze. And he connects with Ertz. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 39.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He dumps it off to Barkley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On 1st down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze. His throw incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And the by Rosas is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning away. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown AFC.